Electric cars can assist society in lowering carbon emissions and creating a more sustainable future. However, EVs offer us as drivers much more than just the potential to lessen our carbon footprint. Hold on anyway, do you fully understand reality? Let's dispel the top 10 truths regarding electric vehicles. Before moving ahead, welcome to Electrverse, the largest YouTube channel about electric vehicles. Please take a brief moment, go down and touch the like button, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, go to subscribe to Electrverse to stay connected. Number 1. E-cars have a long enough range. About the range of electric vehicles, there is a ton of half-truths floating around. You usually hear people claim that driving an electric vehicle or EV in cold weather will be difficult. In the past, that might have been true for older electric cars in the cold, but that's no longer the case today. Today's e-car batteries are significantly better, and common features like adaptive heat management systems and preconditioning of the battery and interior of the vehicle via an app are now available. This enables significant range optimization in daily living, especially while utilizing power-hungry components like air conditioning and seat heaters. Electric vehicles are no longer required to stop every 60 miles to recharge. Range anxiety has been replaced by range serenity. One charge will eventually be able to travel up to 375 miles. This is more than enough for daily use and leisurely weekend travels. It's even plenty to go on vacation. Number 2, it doesn't take forever to charge an electric car. An empty electric car battery can indeed take a night to fully recharge when hooked to a household power outlet. However, charging time can be drastically decreased in most cases by about 2/3 with wall boxes and fast charging technology. Wall boxes are strong, permanently placed charging stations for the house. The issue around charging also frequently ignores the fact that most people use their cars to travel to and from work every day. Covering an average distance of about 40 miles per day, a distance that electric cars can easily cover on a single charge. The ideal approach to accomplish this is to fully charge the vehicle when it is stationary, such as at home or work, and to do it as soon as possible, whether it's overnight charging, at home, at work, or in a parking garage. The future is about optimum charging. This leads us to the next charging-related issue made by e-car detractors: the infrastructure. Even though this is still in the planning stages, businesses and energy providers are slowly expanding the network as electric vehicle charging stations pop up all around. Fast charging stations are being installed on major highways and are currently present in the majority of urban locations. A growing number of housing complexes and parking garages are also using wall boxes. The number of charging stations will be sufficient in a few years for electric vehicle drivers to never have to worry about being stranded even in less populous places. Number 3. People are being unexploited to make e-cars better. Battery cells must be made from raw materials, and in some parts of the world, people are used as labor to do it. However, there are other options. For example, BMW has agreements with raw material suppliers that ensure ethical and sustainable production. Rare earth will also cease to be used as of 2020, and cobalt, which is only obtained from Australia and Morocco, will be used less rarely. Complete control over the supply chain is very important to BMW, and upholding human rights and adhering to environmental regulations are given top priority. Another goal is to identify ways to extend the life of batteries and make them more recyclable. Number 4. Batteries are e-cars' Achilles heel. Another common complaint about e-cars is that their battery is their weak point. But in reality, batteries shouldn't be treated any more or any less harshly than the drivetrains of traditional cars, and shouldn't be a source of worry. According to Karen Kruger, there isn't enough information at this time to compare the battery life of electric cars to that of internal combustion engines. No electric car driver should, in theory, be concerned about durability. BMW will begin offering a battery warranty of up to 8 years or 100,000 miles in January 2023. Owners of electric vehicles must keep in mind that fast charging puts more stress on batteries than slower charging. However, the battery life expectancy can be increased with the use of an efficient operating approach. Number 5. E-cars are better for the environment than combustion engine vehicles. The environmental impact of electric cars is significantly influenced by the source of their electricity. Daily use has essentially very little effect on the environment if it is powered by renewable sources. However, the footprint is substantially greater, for example, when coal is used to generate power. The time-consuming and CO2-intensive manufacturing of batteries is another issue that affects the environment footprint of e-cars. But even after accounting for conventionally produced electricity and production costs, e-cars still outperform other forms of transportation. BMW has committed to reducing CO2 emissions in Europe since 2017 and only purchases electricity from renewable energy sources. For instance, only renewable energy sources are used to provide the electricity needed to power the electric BMW i3. An initial car's CO2 deficit after manufacture is rapidly made up with regular use. An electric automobile generates 40,000 to 50,000 extra miles of environmentally friendly driving compared to a car with a combustion engine. Number 6. E-cars are more expensive than combustion engine vehicles. In a nutshell, an e-car's cost impact improves with time on the road. According to the most recent calculations by BMW, an electric car is more cost-effective than a car with a combustion engine from 60,000 to 100,000 kilometers. This covers purchase, maintenance, and use. The cost of manufacturing the electric vehicle battery is then balanced out once the stage has been reached. But even before 60,000 miles, as electric car manufacturing rises and costs fall, the advantages financially will outweigh the drawbacks in the long run. By 2023, BMW hopes to offer at least 13 brand new all-electric automobiles. Additionally, maintenance costs are far more cheaper than those of a gas or diesel vehicle. Over time, the savings from not having to change the oil or check the timing belts or chains really add up. There is less wear because an electric motor has fewer moving components than a combustion engine. The only thing you need to watch out for is ensuring the brakes don't rust thanks to regenerative braking. Additionally, unexpectedly high electricity prices are no longer a problem. There has never been a simpler way to recharge an electric car thanks to needs-based rate plans and clever charging features. And since electricity is still less expensive than gasoline or diesel, charging an electric automobile is less expensive. Number 7. E-cars are not dangerous. People are skeptical of new technologies every time they are created. Is it secure? Can I believe it? Action movies are the proper setting for scenes of electric automobiles, catching fire and exploding after collisions. E-cars are not unsafe in the real world. Alternatively, electric automobiles are just as safe as combustion engine vehicles, as stated by Karen Kruger. Otherwise, neither selling them nor using them on public roads would be permitted. A variety of systems are put in place to guarantee their security. For example, the battery's current flow is promptly cut off in the event of an accident, preventing the risk of electric shock for both the passengers and the emergency personnel. Even emergency personnel are trained to handle these modern technologies. Number 8. E-cars do not overload the power grid. The idea that all electric vehicles can't be powered by the current power grids is one of the most persuasive misunderstandings about electric cars. This won't be a problem though, as not everyone will transition to electric vehicles at the same time. Additionally, it would offer the chance to gradually improve failing energy grids. E-cars store energy that might one day be released into the grid when it is required. The key is to optimize charging times. Solar harvesting can be increased if e-cars charge slowly during the day, and wind harvesting can be increased if e-cars charge slowly at night. The grid can be modified to better satisfy future energy needs with renewable sources as the infrastructure for e-cars expand. Number 9. E-cars are more than a stopgap solution. Not merely due to the limited availability of oil resources, the age of combustion engine automobiles appears to be coming to an end. The only solution to safeguard the ecology and the climate is to use alternative propulsion technologies. Which vehicle type will rule the market, BEVs or FCVs, cannot yet be anticipated. There is little doubt that fully electric vehicles will have a significant future role. They are the sole means of achieving the challenging CO2 emission targets. Given that BMW will be able to provide, they will probably be a combination of the various drive systems. A fully electric vehicle is more than capable of making your everyday commute. Cars with fuel cell technology are an interesting substitute for batteries. Electric hybrid vehicles have already moved through a transitional phase. Electric vehicles are the automobiles of the future, regardless of their design. Number 10. E-cars are more fun to drive. Are driving electric cars enjoyable? There is no doubt in my mind, yes. We are confident that you're going to agree with us the moment your foot touches the accelerator. Nothing compares to starting off at a quiet, nearly silent glide. It all seems so natural, unlike a combustion engine vehicle, which must reach a specific RPM to begin moving. E-cars instantaneously attain their maximum torque. Will you compete in the red light challenge to win? Then you'd best be seated in an electric vehicle. And turning is simple. This is because the car's underside often houses the rather heavy batteries, ensuring a low center of gravity and enabling you to closely follow the road. BMW's electric vehicles are never about making compromises. Aside from that, how would you describe the joy of driving? The phrase smoothly floating through the countryside in an electric automobile is certainly applicable. Driving becomes an entirely new experience when you are aware that you are saving money and helping the environment. And toss the e-pedal if things start to go too slowly. Well, that's all for today. To find more information about electric vehicles, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Electrverse. And if you want to list something more, then please post it in the comments below. Our channel will keep you updated on trending topics. Thanks for your time. Cheers!